Hello, good afternoon from the UK. I had to fight every single urge to swap today's stream for the tide to build a tide defender. It was a difficult decision, but I ultimately decided, nah, we'll just ramble. Even if it's only a short one, doesn't have to be a long ramble today. So it's not too shabby. 1 second. Let's do an audio check. How are we sounding? We sounding okay? Okay, I think we sound good. I think we sound good. There we go. Right. Oops. Mouse. Hello. I don't know why this Mac always does. I don't know if anyone ever has the same issue with Mac, but the Mac for some reason just likes to the mouse just disappears. I don't know if it's because I'm doing a particular thing, but it just kind of like goes whoop, ups and vanish, and then I can't find the mouse for a hot minute, and then I'm very confused. A little bit weird, but alas, we ballin'. We ballin', we're going, we're good. Must admit, I'm not entirely sure how these ones are gonna go because I'm doing it at a completely different time from the norm. But alas, we're having a little go. But hello to everyone as well. Hello to Isaac and anyone else who is chilling. Just realised, Isaac, it must be quite early for you at the moment, isn't it? If I recall, you were 7 hours behind me, I think. 7 hours. So is it approximately? Is it approximately 8 o'clock in the morning for you right now? Or is it a bit earlier? I don't actually know. Time zones are an interesting one. I know that Eastern Pacific. Eastern Pacific. That's not right. Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. I know they're 5 hours behind me. So over there, the Eastern Standard would be about 10 AM right now. Just gone past 10. So I know that much. And I know that Japan right now it'll be about 11 AM. No, 11 PM. They're like the other way because I'm all forward, obviously. Been a while since I used the Mac, so I wouldn't know what's up with that. Which is a weird one. 8 hours actually. 7. Oh, it's 7. Oh. Oh dang. Oh wow. So the time difference from this. I suppose America. I do forget how big America actually is. Just thinking of like time zones, I was like, wow. So you're 8 hours behind Eastern Standard Time. I'm just kind of like, oh, it's actually America's not small, so it's would definitely make sense that there's that much of a time difference. Duly noted. Duly noted. That is interesting. Because Africa, I believe, African time zones, I think, down there was like 3. I think they were 3 hours ahead. Might have been, yeah. No, I think yeah. No, they were only 3 hours ahead of the UK, so that's not too shabby. That time zone's not too bad. It's kind of like, obviously, the 8 hours. Wait, so you're 8 hours behind, and Japan's 8 hours ahead. Holy moly! That is jeez, trying like literally on the other side of the world, 16 hours ahead. Japan is literally 16 hours ahead of you. That is crazy. But I suppose also Japan's literally on the other side of the world, so that makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, no, there wasn't. I think today, as I said, I was going to do an animation one, but I ultimately decided not to because kind of want to have a small little breather from it, and also my eye's been playing me up. I have a bit of I was looking in the mirror and parents reckon I might have an infected tear duct, which is always fun. It's always fun. So my eye's been a little bit swollen, which is a little bit unpleasant, but sometimes these things happen. It just is what it is. Oh! The one thing I am going to... I tell you what, the size of this TIE Defender box is crazy, considering how small the actual set is. Because this set only supposedly had, like, when it originally coming out, it only had 2 numbered bags, which I think is pretty crazy. 2 numbered bags, and the box this size feels like it's for a set that's like 70 or 80 pounds, even though that's... Oh wow, it's actually got the original price on here. This person kept the box of this TIE Defender, and they've actually got the original price of it on there, and it was $39.99. That makes it probably one of the most expensive TIE finders, probably outside of the actual big TIE collection when it came out. That's interesting. Interesting and pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Let me see if I can get the picture in here. If my phone will, you know, find... What do you mean it's not found? The laptop is literally right here. What are you talking about? Oh, now you're gonna start being annoying, aren't you? Why is it not doing anything? Hello? Do you need proof that this thing is working at all? Apparently so. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Let me try something else. I'm trying to get the picture up, but it's just not wanting to work at all. Don't know why. Bear with me, because it's the old-fashioned way. Oops, no, wrong email. Wrong email. That's the one. Can I not? Oh, things just have to be complicated. Why can't it just be simple? Why can't it just be simple and work? I don't understand. It's just so funny. So daft as well. Nope, it's not wanting to work. There we go. Working on it. I am working it out. Oh, just send the actual size. Don't be stupid. Thank you. For some reason, my phone's AirDrop is not working. God knows why, but it's not working. So because of that, I'm having to get this up on another part just to get a freaking picture on here of all things. I don't know the logistics, I don't know the technology or reasons for it, but it's just being a butt right now. There we go, now I got it. Boom and boom. Oops, no, don't quit that, because otherwise the chat will go down. Whoopsie! We don't want that. Alright, browse this one. So here, oops, let's undo that. The TIE Defender, boom. It has arrived. And I have to say, as I said, the original... Actually, I need to check how many parts. I need to check how many parts are actually in this one, because this TIE looks big, but it also doesn't look that big. At least not like part-wise. Part-wise, it looks like it could be very well less than 300 pieces, which is pretty dang small, considering this set's retail price was supposedly $39.99. Granted, I don't actually remember when the TIE Defender actually came out. Blah 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 blah. 2010. 2010 was when the TIE Defender came out. Just necessary, thank you. Oh wow, yeah, it's tiny. 296 parts. That is, wow. That is going to be a very quick build on Saturday. That's going to be a very quick build, actually. That is actually kind of crazy. But that must be highly collectible as well. Because it's this way, cheapest TIE Defender that I can see is currently about £50. And then again, that's also from France. It is an interesting one. It's basically like a tie-in from what I gather with the TIE Defender in terms of Canon, is that it's essentially a TIE Interceptor with an extra wing, but it also has shields and a hyperdrive. So it's for a TIE fighter, it's pretty formidable. It's a pretty formidable TIE, for sure. And I just kind of saw it, and I was just kind of thinking, the TIE Defender's design is just unusual, but also kind of cool in a way. I don't know how to explain it. It's a very interesting shape, but it's kind of a cool one. Surprised they haven't done more. I haven't really done any more. So, I mean, granted, to be completely honest, we're kind of surprised that we do actually have a TIE Defender in general, because I mean, before Rebels, I don't think the TIE Defender really appeared. I think apart from it might have appeared in a game, maybe a TIE Fighter game. I don't know. Someone might have to correct me on that one. I have a feeling that the TIE Defender originally appeared in a game, but it didn't appear like in any kind of film or series until Star Wars Rebels, if I recall. I don't know, but it's cool. It's an interesting design for certain, but I don't know, the set itself is just really I'll be very interested to see how they do, like, the actual kind of the joints for it, because it's quite complicated to do something like that. It's Lego, I think. But from what I'm seeing of the actual set, it looks pretty good. I must admit. Also have to bear in mind that this is also, I think this is literally like the last TIE that was made kind of like in that it was kind of transitioning into more of the accurate, the actual accurate colors, but more of like kind of accurately kind of designs, because we're still in that time frame of the classic TIEs, the ones very early TIE Fies that had the blue shape, that had the blue colors on them, and also that old cockpit as well. that old, very cool looking cockpit. But it was kind of transitioning. I think they were kind of going like, oh, it's obviously not blue, let's transition it into more accurate colors. And then they obviously, I don't know when the next TIE Fighter actually came out. Might have been 2012. But then that's the one that kind of started down the road of being more accurate. They kind of started making it kind of a lot more accurately designed. So like there was a new cockpit. It was. I think it was generally just completely redesigned and redone. It was revamped, if you will. So this almost kind of like on the border of it, if I recall, which is pretty cool, pretty interesting, pretty cool. No, the TIE Defender is, yeah, with only about 296 parts. This TIE Defender is going to be a very, 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 very quick build. It's not going to take me long at all. I would even say I'd probably be able to do it in probably less than an hour. I've also got the ties of blue. Yeah. To be fair, I've been tempted to kind of try and rebuild, because I have the very first tie interceptor. I kind of wonder whether or not I should get the parts out for that to rebuild, because the tie interceptor really isn't a big. Well, I say not big. It's not a small set, but there's not as many pieces, is what I'm trying to say. But it is actually interesting. It's interesting with like looking at the tie defender. It's really interesting the difference just changing out the blue pieces does for it. It makes a huge difference to the detailing. Because even though, yes, the TIE fighters these days are a lot more detailed and a lot more like accurate and whatnot, these ones, as I said, really, if they had made it, the actual TIE fighter came out, if they had just changed from the blue to the light grey, they honestly would have looked pretty. They honestly would have looked pretty good. Could have really lasted quite a while. In terms of like when they were building the stuff, obviously. So no, maybe that might not be a bad idea. Maybe I might get the interceptor out as well. It's like a side. It's like a little sidey build as well, maybe. Just in case, because I don't. This TIE defender is not going to take long to build. So maybe. Oh, I'll tell you what. Actually, does anyone remember? Lego did. Oh, it was quite an old set. It was a TIE Fighter collection where I think it had like 4 TIE fighters. I think it had like 4. It had like Darth Vader's TIE Advance, 2 regular TIEs, and a really random one. It was like a droid TIE fighter or something. I really can't remember. I just remember. I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it and just thinking as a kid that just looked so cool because there were just so many ships in that one set. Ah, the TIE Fighter collection. There we go. Holy, this set really does. This set really does just have 2 regular TIEs. Darth Vader. It has Darth Vader's TIEs, and it has what's that? I really couldn't tell you what that is. It looks like a. Looks like some kind of Oh, it's called a droid tie. Okay. Oh, interesting. Droid tie. Never heard of that one before. But I'm guessing it's just don't know if it's canon or anything, but why would they blend the flesh? It's going to end up being because of their no war machines policy, right? No, I think at the time, initial looks before obvious. I think when you initially look at the original trilogy, you can kind of see why they might have thought they kind of looked a bit more bluey than grey. Obviously, as you go, obviously when you look at it now, it's very obvious that it's not grey and more. It's more grey than blue. But I can kind of see what they were doing. It kind of probably looked more like a lighty blue mixed to light grey. So they just kind of thought, we'll go with the blue. But to be honest, the blue isn't actually. It's not bad. Like they don't look terrible. I would say probably. I mean, even that tie doesn't look too bad. Even the regular ties don't look too bad. Darth Vader's tie looks pretty good. Darth Vader's tie looks pretty good in that blue, I must admit. 660 pieces. 4 ships and it only comes to 660 pieces. That is crazy. Okay, incomplete. Okay. I'm seeing if there's actually any on any of these tie collections available on Bricklink. There's one, but they're missing both the TIE fighters, which is a bit freaking weird. Bag of complete minifigures. So I had them and instructions but no box. Check the full listing. Oh, 128. That's actually pretty good. Oh, what's that one with the box? Oh my, £30 more. £30 more to include the box. Having the box would be neat, but I don't think it's a big deal for me. It's not like a deal breaker if I don't have the box. I mean, to some people it would be, but for me, I'm not really that bothered. Well, that's pretty cool. 120 for that is actually not too bad. Interesting. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool to get like all these old variants of the TIE Fighters and have them kind of next to each other. Interesting. No, that's cool. I don't know, it's kind of surprising how cheap some older sets are, and also how expensive ones are. Because this TIE Defender that I got, as I said, I could not find this TIE Defender for any cheaper than about 70 quid. Which is bonkers considering it's barely 300 pieces. But a Defender must just be it must be a highly collectible set that you didn't, well, more collectible than I realize. No, that's interesting. I think it'd be cool to try to maybe get hold of that, to rebuild my TIE Interceptor, but with the light grey pieces instead of the blue, because the color changes does make a big difference. It makes a big difference to the ties. And also just look good if you were ever wanting to build like if you were gonna that would be the ultimate thing, I think. If you were wanting to build an Imperial kind of like base mock, but if you were building it in, say, 2010 and you only had access to those kind of ships and whatnot, that would literally be like 12-year-old me's dream of being able to build something like that. That'd be such a cool mock to build. I have wanted to do mocks like that, with like building kind of like these old school classic kind of Star Wars bases and mocks, but with like the older sets, so it's just kind of like, so it's more meaning to my childhood. Because don't get me wrong, the new stuff is cool. I mean, like I said, I've got the newest, like, recent rendition of the TIE Fighter right in front of me, and it looks good. Don't get me wrong; it's honestly probably the most perfect scale and version of the TIE Fighter I think we have ever got, and I think that we will ever get. To be honest, it's just the perfect scale and size. But again, I think the inner child in me just favors those classic sets, because they're just, they are just the Lego. They are just, whenever you think of, I feel like especially if it's like older fans like me, when you think of certain ships in Lego, I think of like the very first iterations I got. So obviously when I think of the X-Wing, I think of the one that you get in Yoda's hut. The one with Yoda's hut, or the one that came out in like 2006, 2007. It wasn't the very first rendition of the X-Wing, but it was one of the, I think it's one of the earliest and most notable versions of the X-Wing. It's kind of the same with the TIE Fighters. Because, I mean, for years, we never had it. We had a TIE Interceptor in 2007 that I got, the one that I have. And we did not get another TIE Interceptor until what, 2023 with that TIE Interceptor and the Mandalorian chase thing. So what, 16 years? It took LEGO 16 years to release another TIE Interceptor. And you're just kind of like, how could you not release like the coolest Imperial ship earlier? Like what? I don't understand. I really cannot fathom that at all. It's bizarre. It's a very, very bizarre decision, I think, but I don't know. LEGO just likes TIE Fighters and X-Wings for some reason. For some reasons in the other ships, they're like, no, they will not sell. We have to give them X-Wings and TIE Fighters because we know they're going to sell and we're going to put them up in price every single year and you're going to get less. You're going to get less ship for your buck. Crazy. Yeah, no, it's insane. Absolutely insane. It's... Because I remember... Oh. I actually remember, because in my local town, we used to have a very old toy... We used to have a toy shop. It's not there anymore. It's been long since closed. But that's where I go to get any of the LEGO sets. And I remember... It must have been 2007? It might have even been 2006, actually. Hang on. I will check. I will check when that time set was released, because I remember so many sets coming out. So many sets coming out there, because I remember buying a B-Wing, I think, and I remember getting the TIE Interceptor as well, because I remember saving up my pocket money. You think they'd make at least one more between them? Well, technically, they released... It was like a red TIE Interceptor from, I think, the Star Wars Resistance one, but I don't count that. Like, it's basic. Don't get me wrong. It's basically a red fancy TIE Interceptor. So don't get me wrong. It is a TIE Interceptor, but I didn't count it because it wasn't like an official Imperial TIE Interceptor. If that makes sense. It was cool. A red TIE Interceptor is very, very cool. Don't get me wrong. But just wasn't too. I wasn't too bothered. Oh, help if I could spell Interceptor though. TIE Interceptor. But yeah, no, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy to me that they never... There hasn't been that many versions of... There hasn't been that many models of TIE Interceptor. Wow, that is... What? The TIE Interceptor... That's crazy. The TIE Interceptor only has like 90 less parts than the TIE Defender. That's pretty crazy. 2006. Okay, 2006. Interesting. But even then, it still looks like it's such a good build as well. Trying to have a look. Trying to see if there was they have a list of all. They got like lists of sets that came out during the years, and I'm trying to see. It must have been the. Like I said, I remember buying the B-Wing on alongside this one. And I seem to recall buying another thing, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what it was that I bought, but I remember buying something else alongside this TIE. Yes, that's the one, because it has like a little station. 2006, yeah, that's the one. That is the one, because it's got the station. It's got like the the B-Wing would have been such a bizarre one with the station, the way it stands and everything. The B-Wing. It's a weird design. The B-Wing, like some Star Wars ships, are always very unusual design, but the B-Wing has always struck me as very, very weird. It's a very unusual design. Cool, but unusual. But surprisingly, actually pretty accurate. I don't think it's really changed. The actual design of that B-Wing, I don't think it's really changed from other variations of it, though granted. I don't know when the official B-Wing model actually was. Supposedly there was a UCS B-Wing once upon a time. Don't remember that. But as far as I'm aware, the last B-Wing we had was 2014. That was the last one. And as I said, the design isn't actually that much different. If anything, they made the wings less bulky. Made the actual body part of the ship more bulkier. Interesting. No, that's an interest. You can tell from the design. The design there is certainly interesting. B-Wing is an interesting one. Yeah, you know what? I think maybe after I've done this stream today, I think I'm gonna look up the parts. Look up and get the parts for the TIE Interceptor and get that back. See if I can work that out. Because I think that could be good. Oh, that TIE Interceptor looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. And I feel like just changing the color scheme of that set would really make such a difference. It's actually really crazy. Wouldn't need to modify it much, because the TIE Interceptor is pretty perfect, I think. But maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia. Could well be. Now, speaking of nostalgia, we've got our classic Stormtrooper in here as well. Hang on, let me move it up. Let me enhance here. See that Stormtrooper in the background? The classic one with just the grill mouth. The one that was in like all the sets once upon a time. Once upon a time, it's like if you were, it's like the most common Stormtrooper you could probably get, I think. And also, actually, as well, one reason why this Defender might actually be a bit of a standout is that this is also the first set that had the new TIE Pilot, the helmet mold. I'm pretty certain this is the new one for that. That could be a bit of a game changer, because it's funny because it's got the same torso as the old TIE Pilot, but it's literally just the helmet that's changed. Yeah, the B-Wing really stands out. It's just, isn't it in canon? Isn't the B-Wing meant to be like in canon meant to be like a big heavy armored ship that could take on like capital ships and whatnot? Not necessarily a bomber, but it was kind of like, well, I mean, yeah, it was a bomber really, but it was something that could really kind of go straight in and really kind of tackle and really kind of go after those capital ships. I'm pretty certain it was. I might be wrong. I could be wrong on that one. I don't think I am. Time Defender. Let me have a look. Let me double check the figures. Oh wow, he is literally known as a TIE Defender pilot. He appeared in 2 sets. Which sets did he appear in? Oh wow. This lack of print on his helmet might actually make him very unique. Oh, he was in 4 sets. Okay, no, he wasn't that unique. Okay. I thought he might have only been exclusive to the TIE Defender then, and thought like, that would have been a bit of a shock. But alas, not quite. He is unique, but he's not that unique. Wait, this Stormtrooper only appeared... What? No, surely. I honestly didn't know. I never knew much about camera battleship capabilities. Yeah, no, it's cool. I just didn't know. What? Oh, it must have been just so common because of the freaking the bow pack. That's nuts. That Stormtrooper, that most common one, Suppose he only appeared officially in 6 sets. Officially. That's crazy. That's actually really blown my mind. I thought he was in a lot more sets than that. I could have sworn the actual Stormtroopers didn't really. I don't know, it might be 2014 actually. I keep thinking that those more detailed Stormtrooper ones that I have came out in 2016, but they didn't. They came out in like 2013, 2014. So yeah, no, that's kind of. That's just surprising. That's really surprising to me. Generally would have thought he would have been in quite a lot more than that, but apparently not. Yeah, no, it's crazy because I said the ones he appeared in was he was in. Hang on, I'll get the list. I'll get the set list up and I'll read it to you. He was in the first Death Star UCS, the first edition, which came out in 2008, and they were eventually put in the Imperial dropship because that's when they started kind of phasing out like the line like mouth helmets. So that's when they kind of started appearing in them. And he was in a UCS Imperial shuttle, he was in a polybag, and he was also in a TIE Defender. Apparently appeared an extra on the Imperial landing craft. How about that? Oh, that's interesting. It's like the most common. It's like I feel like when people think of Lego Stormtrooper, that's probably the one they think about. Like that first one with like that first like vented mouth one. That's like the ones that I think people think about. But he didn't appear in many sets, which is kind of crazy. When you compare it to some other Stormtrooper, when you compare it to other variants of the Stormtrooper figure, there's definitely a lot more. There was those ones appeared in a lot more, which is kind of crazy. Very crazy. Ah, so many cool sets, man. There were so many cool sets that came out. Very surprised that this Shadow Trooper is not worth more. Looking at the Imperial dropship and the Shadow Trooper that comes in that, I'm really surprised that Shadow Trooper is not worth more money. I would have thought he would have been worth quite a lot, but he actually isn't. In fact, I'd even go as far to argue as saying he's actually very, very cheap. Which really surprises me. Ah, the TIE Crawler. A tank variant of the TIE Fighter. That is one of the most unique things. I'm quite surprised that it's actually Canon. I generally didn't think that this TIE Crawler was actually Canon, but it's pretty cool. It's a very cool design. How much is TIE Crawler? Oh, TIE Crawler's expensive. £60. The cheapest one I'm seeing at the moment is 60. What's the cheapest one in the UK currently? The cheapest one in the UK is wow, that's not happening. £193. No way. All complete with the box and instructions, but god, 190 quid. No, thank you. Oh, it's sealed. Oh, okay. I'll let them off with that one then. If it's sealed, I'll let them. I'll let them off. Wouldn't have really agreed to that pricing, but the box is sealed, so you know what? Fair enough. That is fair enough there, my friend. Oh, the sets, man, they're just so cool. So cool. I low-key still kind of And Isaac, you'll know, you'll obviously know about this, but I still kind of low-key want to try and get hold of the first, an old version of the Sand Ruler. Purely for the fact that that's a set that I really wanted to get as a kid. But it's so expensive, and I'm just like, can I really justify £200? I remember seeing a Tide Crawler. Yeah, no, I do as well. 2007. Like the time 2007 was like the time period. That kind of period of Lego Star Wars was probably at one of its highs. Because they had stuff. They released a lot of good sets. But they also released a lot of really obscure ones. As I said, like the Tide Crawler. That Tide Crawler was just so random. See, that's the thing that I think I miss with Lego. Before Disney acquired it, Lego would get creative with what sets they would use. They would literally take obscure vehicles out of like the well, it wouldn't have been Legends at the time, but just kind of like the video games and novels and things like that. They would take really obscure vehicles and they'd say, let's make that into a Lego set. That would be cool. And that's obviously how we got the TIE Defender and the TIE Crawler. But not anymore. Not anymore, unfortunately. It's an unfortunate one, really. Since Disney took hold. When Disney takes hold. Yes, these are they're releasing from the comics. I think the TIE Defender, was from a comic. It was from some. Obviously, it didn't appear in the actual films because obviously would have seen them, but it definitely was something pretty obscure. And I also just realized, Isaac, those Stormtroopers, the reason why those Stormtroopers I'm seeing didn't appear in many sets is because I'm thinking of the ones that were still using the old torsos, because they still use those helmets, but they released them in the form of another one with like a more kind of detailed torso. I just realized, because I remember certain sets, I'm just kind of like, hang on, I could have sworn that this one is in more. Actually, tell you what, the best way to check this, actually, is to check what sets the actual helmet itself was in. Genius. Absolute genius I am. But yeah, no, that's the, let's have a look here. 12 sets, there we go, that's more like it. 12 sets definitely seems a lot more... realistic. Yeah, that's it. There's a couple of more there. Yeah. Oh, of course. I remember now. Yeah, there's a couple of sets because there was obviously some Sand Trooper ones that had the helmet. There's a couple of Endor things as well. They also had the helmet. Apparently a Chrome Stormtrooper polybag. That's pretty cool. That's actually really dope. A lot of money though, unfortunately, but that's really cool. That would be a lot of money. I mean, by the way, the cheapest one I saw straight away was about £100. It was like, I'm not spending that much on a minifigure. Not that much. I spent a bit on custom figures, but not £100 ones, no. But yeah, no, that's no, that definitely makes more sense now. Why I saw less sets in the actual before that helmet. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. I'll have to give myself... Oh, and also, subject. I know it was only not last weekend, the weekend before that I went to a brick show, but I'm actually going to another one this Sunday. This Sunday. So while I didn't spend a lot of money at this brick show, there might be some more money being spent. Although probably not as much, considering I spent God knows how much money on this tide defender. But we'll see. We shall see. It'll be fun. Even if I could try and get hold of some stuff. Some good stuff, some classic figures as well. Always like to get hold of those, so we'll see. Yeah, no, it'll be good. It'll be really nice, and it's a bit more of a local one as well, so I don't actually have to go as far compared to the other one, which is quite nice. So it doesn't have to be one where I have to stay over in the evening. I can literally just go there, wander around a little bit, and then go home. So yeah, no, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. Gosh, there's so many. Speaking of how the last break should go, it was good. It was really nice. It was really it was very easy to get to the actual show because literally when we got off in the train in like the basically the center of town, and then the bus we had to get where we got on that bus, and it literally dropped us off right next to the actual place where the brick show was taking place. So it was just kind of like, wow, that's actually brilliant. That's actually brilliant. So we got there very easily, and we stayed in the friends I went with, we stayed in a travel lodge overnight because we just thought, rather than rushing around getting a train back kind of later, we just kind of thought, let's take our time. We can stay over the night, we can go and have food, etc, etc. So yeah, it was really good. Rolls in James Bond style. Hello, Paz. You're starting to not copying Marvel, you're getting influenced by Martin, kind of how he does rolls in and with certain things, or running in with certain styles. But hello, Paz. I hope you're doing well. I hope work is going well. I hope all is good. But yeah, no, the actual brick show was good. I would say my only complaint about it, and it's a minor one really, it's not a big deal, but there wasn't as many stores. There was not as many stores on that one. So that would probably be my only disappointment, because that's hence why I didn't buy a lot when I was there, because there just wasn't a lot to buy from. Essentially. Hello, Luffy. Welcome. What's your opinions on One Piece? I don't know, because I've never watched it. Never watched it, so I couldn't give you my opinion. It looks cool, but also very, very long, so couldn't say. I couldn't give you my honest opinion on that because I've never watched it, and I probably don't plan on watching it because it's just too freaking long. Too freaking long. Too much. So for that I apologize. For that one. But yeah, but the show itself was really good. Really, really good. Really good displays. Don't know what to expect from this one that I'm going to, because where we're going for this show, there's not as many, it hasn't been done as many. There hasn't been as many, I think, in that town before. I don't know how big it's gonna be. But I mean, if it's put this way, if it's a really good one, maybe I might do a display there one year. Because me and my friends have talked about trying to do a display stuff. And one of my mates is always saying, "Oh, we should do something like small and simple for the first one." I'm just kind of like, "No, I want to do something big. I want to do something big and crazy." Ha! You know, well, it could be fun. But yeah, no, it'll be good. It'll be fun, I'm sure. Work is fine. Tony not count down a minute until we close. I was thinking that you haven't got long until you close now. That's good. And before you ask, Paz, my eye is actually okay at the moment. It's definitely not the screens that's affecting it. Although to be honest, I think I've got a bit of a. To be honest, I think staring at screens, I think I do have a small little wee headache, but it's not. It's not terrible at the moment. I'm just keep myself hydrated, and we'll be fine. So, Yeah, no, we're fine. We're all good here. Just been kind of... Really just been kind of rambling about old Lego sets, and my old Lego Star Wars sets are just superior. And that's probably me being biased, but older sets are just so much cooler. They're so much cooler, you get so much with them. Even though when you try to buy older sets nowadays, they cost an arm and a leg, but getting hold of them is pretty nice. Like, it's always nice to get hold of some of these older sets, especially with the box as well. When you're able to get hold of them, even though, as I said, I'm not really that asked about the boxes. When I do get hold of one with a box, I'm just kind of like, this is actually really cool, especially considering how big this TIE Defender box was. I thought I was playing Star Wars to stream. No, there was no plan on playing Star Wars. I have a Star Wars set to build, and I was debating about building the Defender now rather than today. But I decided, nah, leave it for Saturday. Because I feel like most people will be more interested in the actual TIE Defender, building the TIE Defender probably more than a yapping stream. So it is what it is. Hello, Martin. Welcome in, good sir. Hope you're doing well. Mr. Moderator Man tiptoes into stream. You can tiptoe into stream. I mean, well, you can, but it doesn't really work. Like typing or tiptoeing doesn't make it any less noticeable? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but don't know where I was going with it. But you get the point. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I think I misread it. I did it. I even mentioned Star Wars things. I don't actually know. I mentioned TIE Defender, but I don't recall putting a Star Wars thing in there. Although I suppose I named it Stormtrooper Rambles. So maybe that might have been confusing. I don't know. It's all a little bit confusing, really, isn't it? That's a good point. 1 second. One have a look at something. It's fine. I have to, there's going to be a lot of pieces to try and look through for that one, but it's fine. I'm good, just wrapped up my other stream modeling gig. Oh, was Zay streaming? I keep forgetting to watch her. Every single time. Even when she's live, well, to be fair, usually in the afternoon, most afternoons, I'm either at work or I'm doing work. I think I read Stormtrooper and assumed you were gaming. That's fair. That's fair. That's what it is. It's not a problem. Not a problem. I don't know. I was experimenting kind of doing the stream times kind of in the afternoonish for this week, and I think what I'm gathering doesn't seem to be the case. She was, and boy was it hilarious. Oh, that's good. Glad you had a good time then. Fair enough. Always good when the stream is entertaining. I like that. And yeah, I think as I was saying earlier, I mean you weren't obviously weren't here, but the the stream that I'm planning to do on Saturday with the TIE Defender, it's probably going to be a very short one because there is not a lot of pieces for this TIE Defender. Like there's barely 300 pieces for this TIE Defender. Barely 300 pieces, which is pretty crazy when I think about it, and especially of how much I paid for it. It's like, oh my god. But I give this set the benefit of the doubt. It's an oldie. It's a highly collectible old set. There's not many in the UK that was listed on eBay. There's probably, including this one, there's probably only about 5 listings for like the actual set and instructions. Basically. But I managed to get this one with the box. The box is in great condition, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not completely ripped apart. It's just so big. Like, considering how many pieces are actually in this set, the box is huge. It's honestly huge. Which is what I find more crazy than anything. But, and also, as I mentioned as well, this set also has its original retail price. $39.99 this set was. And I bought it for $70. I bought it for $70 15 years later. Gosh. This TIE Defender is 15 years old, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty insane, if I do say so myself. The person she was collaborating with dressed himself as a content creator, Moist Critical, and Monster Hunter. Oh, that's quite funny. Moist Critical. Oh, he's a funny. I wouldn't say a funny lad, but I do. Some of his videos pop up on my recommended every now and then. And he does have some interesting takes, I do admit that. Some interesting. Although funny, oh god. One person... Oh, what was his name? Legal Mindset, because I watch his stuff every now and then. And someone mentioned about Star Wars and whatnot. And then he said, and I quote, "I wouldn't know because Star Wars is dead." And it's just kind of like, oh my god, are you really one of those people? Like, I don't care if people aren't a huge fan of Star Wars, or they just don't like Star Wars, but I don't see Star Wars is dead. It's like, it's not. When people say that, I roll my eyes to the point that it hurts. It's just kind of like, you people are just like, ugh. But I don't let them judge. I don't try to judge because, you know, I don't go too crazy over it because there's no point. There's literally 0 point in getting annoyed about it because it doesn't do anyone any good. So it just is what it is, unfortunately. It just is what it is, unfortunately. Ugh. But yeah, no, that's I don't know. I don't know why. It just irks when people say that because it's just obvious. It's just a fan. Just how I say it, the fandom menace as it was. Quite literally, it's just like, get a grip. For God's sake, like if you think Star Wars is dead, just don't watch it. That's what kind of doesn't irk me, but I'm just kind of like, if you don't like Star Wars, then why the hell are you watching it? Just kind of thing. It's just kind of like you're just watching it to hate on it, and it just seems like that's just like you could do so much more with your time and effort, but you choose to watch something that you know you're not going to enjoy. Like, just why? What is the point? You get people saying that about Transformers as well. Yeah, it's just it's hilarious to me, people saying that, and then you've got a show like Andor out, and it's probably not just some of the best Star Wars, but some of the best TV that's out at the moment. And that might be a very bold claim for me to say, but honestly, and Martin will agree with me, Andor has been amazing. It has been absolutely amazing. And I'm really sad that next week is going to be the last lot of episodes, because I would have, as happy as I would have been to have 5 seasons of Andor, I do respect Tony and Diego and Diego's decision to not want to commit themselves for so many years doing that. So like, I respect them, and they're wrapping it up very nicely. They're doing it very, very well. I was just like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Andor is so good. But yeah, Star Wars is far from dead. Anyone who says that Star Wars is dead is just silly. Inserts Pikachu nodding gif. I suppose that's the one thing with Twitch, is that you do get some animated emotes that would be that would be pretty good. With that one. So you go as far to say, if I ever did get affiliate on Twitch and I could get emotes, I would have commission some emotes and some animated emotes, and I literally get my character, but with the same pose as the Pikachu, but just kind of nodding. That's an animated one I would do. To be fair, I think even if I like when I say if and when, but whatever. If I do get monetized on YouTube, the only reason I'd probably do the memberships is really just for emotes. I wouldn't really do it for any other reason. Like, I wouldn't. Like, it's obvious. It's like one of those things. It's kind of like, yeah, it's it would be good to. It would obviously be ideal to obviously have like exclusive content, if you will, for like exclusive paid content. But I just don't like that. I really don't like that. Don't know why. It would be beneficial to me at the end of the day, but I just don't like that idea of. I don't like the idea just of that. I get why it's done. I get why people do it and whatnot. It's fine. That's the point of YouTube memberships, duh. But to me, it just doesn't feel right. It's not right. It just is. It's not right. It's just one of those things. I just don't think I would ever do that. Like, the only reason, as I said, the only reason I would do YouTube memberships would just be so people can use emotes. And I'd make it so cheap. I make it like literally £2 maybe. I mean, if that's cheap as, like, I don't know how the cheapest I could go for memberships, but that's probably as much. But that's probably, I wouldn't go much higher than that. Especially if it's only just for emotes as well. I found like wouldn't do anything too crazy on that point. So yeah, but it's. Oh no, that was a really weird kind of ramble I went on there. I don't really know how I kind of got to that. Oh, because I was talking about emotes. That's what it was, of course. 1 penny. Oh, is it? Is it actually only one? Is it actually only 1 penny? Did you actually look that up, Paz? Is that actually true? Can you confirm whether or not that's true? Because I'm gonna have a look on Google. What's the cheapest YouTube member shit tier? Let's go. No. Alright, hang on. I need to reword it. I need to reword YouTube channel membership. Go. From what I'm seeing, the cheapest one I'm seeing from like in USD is $2.99. So that's less than. I think that's less than a pound. I think. No, not less than a pound. Less than £2. Not less than a pound. Less than £2. Duh. I mean, if that's the cheapest, that wouldn't be terrible. 2.19. Oops. Pressing all the wrong buttons. $2.99 in pounds. Oh, £2.25. Okay. Fair enough. Oh wow, oh boy, the value of the US dollar has plummeted a little bit. Oh dear. Can't imagine why. Well, that's a good. I hate talking political stuff, and I never would talk political stuff. But I'm very curious about this because I don't know if it's a genuine thing, if it's like a rumored thing. But is it true that Trump is putting putting like 100% tariffs on movies made outside of the US. Is that true? Because if that's true, then he could very well kill the film industry in the US. Could even probably break Hollywood. That's the value of most things in America has decreased. That's true. That's very true. I feel sorry for all of you guys in the States. Yeah, that's he is the oh my god, that's actually real. What would he do? So Felix said we want movies made in America. It's kind of like, you do make a lot of movies in America, but a lot of those movies, a lot of films are also filmed, you know, also outside the US as well. And just delusional, I swear. I get the whole putting America first kind of thing. I get that. I understand it. I'm just kind of like, but that one, like, you could literally kill the movie industry in America by doing that. Like, very, very easy. You could very easily just destroy the movie industry. I just, I don't know. As I said, I'm not going to talk too much about that because, you know, I hate talking politics. But that was just something I personally was genuinely curious about, and it's turned out to be true. And oh boy, that is oh boy, that is an oh boy if I do say so myself. I feel sorry for y'all in the States. That's all I'm going to say. All I shall say. Oh boy. Wait, Martin took my penny. Was it your lucky penny? Was it your lucky penny, Paz? I'll find you another one, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the sets on my shelves and kind of like, I could really easily sell those. I just kind of put some of my older sets on display, because I'm looking at an Imperial Shuttle Tidarium, which is literally just a standard Imperial Shuttle. I'm looking at that and it's kind of like, part of me just kind of wants to take that apart and replace it with my Imperial Landing Craft, because I just like that more. I like the Landing Craft more, probably, than the Shuttle. I can sell a shuttle. I can sell that for a lot of money, because that Shuttle Tidarium is worth quite a lot of money. Going on a big selling spree actually with a lot of my sets, selling quite a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff going on eBay. eBay is pretty convenient for selling things that I don't need or want. He's a doofus, that is true. He is a doofus, that's a dead turn. As I said, I feel sorry for y'all in the States. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But alas, it just is, that's just how it be, unfortunately. I think other things. Anything else to really ramble about? I've kind of rambled quite a bit this last 40 minutes. When I get on a ramble, I go on a ramble. I do. Oh, one thing I can say, I am going to be going to the cinema next Wednesday to watch Thunderbolts. Because that's one I film I've been wanting to watch, and my brother wants to watch. Because it's one that my brother wanted to watch, and he said, you know what, let's go watch it. So there's a lot of films that he wants to watch that's coming out in kind of like the next 3 months. I mean, there's a couple I would like to watch. Did you know David Attenborough turns 99? 99! Wow, 99. Holy moly. David Attenborough is 99. That's crazy. The subject of David Attenborough, I seem to remember seeing something. One of the documentaries that I think he's narrating for that's coming out very soon. he had like a message in it saying that he is approaching. He's kind of like coming towards the end of his life, so I don't know if he's got. I don't know if he's got something up with him. I mean, he's 99. Obviously, at the end of the day, he's not. He's an old man, bless him. But yeah, no, I remember. No, I remember him. I remember seeing something about. I remember him saying something about, around those lines. And it's just kind of like, my gosh, 99, David Attenborough, blimey. That's crazy. I mean, a big loss for the world, I must admit. But it's just kind of like Dick. Whenever I think of all people now, I think of Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke? Am I pronouncing that right? Dick Van Dyke? Dick Van Dyke? I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty certain it's Dick Van Dyke. I'm pretty certain that's his name. I think of him. I think of him when I think of like people being immortal, because that man, like he's 90, I think he's 98. He is still moving around like he's in his. He's moving around like he's in his 40s or 50s. It's just felt like this man is literally going to live until he's like 200. Like if he could do it, he could do it. Like the man is just living his good life right now. Good idea, for a penny, shut your mouth. Hey, I'm quoting him, Paz. I'm not saying that. I'm quoting what he said. You know, that's not me saying that. I'm just quoting what he said. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at Mr. Attenborough if you're gonna get mad at someone. Brilliant. It's interesting. That's just interesting. Gosh, 99. Kind of, you think, like, 99, you think of how old he is and what he's seen. Because like I said, he would have been born in 1926. God, he's seen a lot. Those old eyes have seen quite a lot. When you think, you think of the year 1926 and everything that's kind of happened since then. It's a good long life. Really crazy. Crazy to think and bizarre to really comprehend. Because I remember my great nan talking about stories of when London was getting bombed. She told me many stories about her time during that time, and really interesting to listen to, and just crazy to think because she passed. Oh, when did she pass away? She must have passed away. My great nan passed away in 2011, I think, and she was. How old was she? I think she was 95 actually. She was 95. My great nan lived until she was 95. That was in 2011. And so you think of what she saw. She was born in 1916. Jeez. Crazy. It's crazy to think. Oh, that took a turn. That took a bit of a turn. Just interesting. It's an interesting thing to think about. Oops. Good age. Yeah, no, good age. Yeah, no, she lived a... As I said, she was lovely and she was funny as well. She was really funny. She would honestly, it said at when she was in her 90s, she was going out like with friends and that, meeting with friends. I say when she was in her 90s, which is like, that's crazy. So no, she lived a good life, and she was lovely, really funny as well. Oh, I miss her. I miss my great nan. May she rest. Back to the light. Back to the light. Yeah. I'm also, in terms of the stream time, I'm not so sure what to think about them at the moment. It definitely seems like, I mean, a lot of people who are watching me in the UK would probably be in school or college or something, so they read that. And I realized now with Mr. Isaac, the people in his time zone, it's I mean, now at the moment it's like 8 AM, but it was like I didn't realize how far behind Pacific Standard Time was. Really had no idea. Did anyone see the trailer for FNAF 2? The actual teaser, or is there a new trailer? Was there a new trailer, or was it a teaser that I sent to you, Paz? Because it looks, I mean, the animatronics again look great, and I imagine you're gonna go and want to watch that in the cinema. So I'll be going to watch that. Don't watch. You've seen me play the FNAF games, Martin. FNAF 1. That FNAF 1 stream is still probably one of my favorite streams because it was just so funny. It was a funny one, and also one of my most viewed streams as well, which is kind of crazy. I think my most viewed stream was when I built the Hotfego base set, which is really crazy. I feel like I watched the new one recently, but maybe it was the same one. I did send you a teaser, but I don't know if you had seen it. I mean, it is horror to an extent, but the actual movie itself, it was just more. It was jump scary, definitely jump scary, but I wouldn't really. It wasn't as graphic as it could have been, shall we say? It could have been a lot more graphic. They were very. I feel like they were very, very, very tame with the movie. They could have been worse if they wanted to, for sure. If they really wanted to, they could have been worse. But they did not. So, alas, not interested. No, it's fair. It's fair. If you're not a fan of horror, you know it is what it is. It's not. I mean, I ain't gonna force you to watch FNAF. But I know that Paz is gonna want to watch it, and she'll likely drag me to the cinema to watch it. But nah. I mean, I'll go and watch it because I've seen the first film, and I'll be kind of like, I didn't think it wasn't a bad movie. I mean, it wasn't a bad film at all. I think someone who was more more involved with, was not involved, but more interested kind of in the actual lore and the backstory of it, might have found it better. But in general, the film wasn't terrible. Talking about Thunderbolts, I'm going to be watching Thunderbolts on Wednesday, so I would appreciate no spoilers, please. I would appreciate that. I think I only got jump scared a handful of times at the first movie. I mean, to be fair, it got me a couple of times as well. I mean, I think, Paz, I remember you laughing. I think I remember you laughing at me on one of the jump scares. I think I jumped and I turned to you and you were just laughing at me and just like, how dare you, woman, laugh at me getting scared? Yeah, because Paz is crazy. I mean, no comment. I was gonna think so. I was like, actually no, I won't. No comment. No commento. I'm gonna watch it. Oh, you're watching it today, Weiss. Nice. I miss Bucky. I'm really quite surprised that Sebastian Stan is still really kind of going with it. I would have thought he would have gone quite tired of playing the character, but maybe I'm wrong. Sebastian Stan type strikes me as the kind of person who would be a little bit tired of the role by now, but at the same time, I mean, he must be enjoying the character if he's still playing. He's still playing it, obviously. So, you know, I laughed at you. I remember that you were definitely chuckling. You definitely had at least had a smirk on your face when I did get jump scared. I know you have. I know you do. I'm not threatened. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of no ghosts. I'm not afraid, even though you could very well, you could definitely beat me up in a fight. I know you're not crazy. It's fine, Paz. It's fine. To Ben, why so early today? I'm just kind of experimenting with earlier, just kind of doing earlier streams, just to see one, what people think, and two, to see what I think of it really. And so far, I don't dislike doing the earlier ones. It just depends whether or not others would be happy with me doing earlier streams. But maybe I might do that as a poll. I might do like a poll after like these weekend streams, because I'm going to be doing a the stream on Saturday is going to be the same time. I'm going to do it about 3, maybe even 4. I don't know. I'll think about that one. I'm going to do it at the same time essentially as this one, just to kind of experiment. Just to experiment with it, really, and then afterwards I might post like a poll saying what times would you all prefer. And if people prefer the later times, that's not a problem for me. It's not a problem for me either way. But I think for Thursdays, I'm better off. For Thursdays, it works for me doing an earlier. Better for me because I have to work the next day. So I'm better off doing earlier ones on maybe a Thursday. Kind of works out probably better for me in that sense. I'm trying to know any reason why Scaredy Cat likes me, likes FNAF. It is intriguing seeing you kind of really invested in kind of like the FNAF lore, because I mean knowing you for nearly 10 years past, I'm just kind of like, wouldn't have struck me as someone who'd really be invested in kind of like a horror thing like FNAF. And also, hello, Weiss. I don't know if I actually said hello to you. But hello. I hope you're doing well. I kind of went on a bit of a ramble. I don't care what time we stream. I just know I'll sometimes be in this mode since I don't just mod film. No. It's Martin. It's fine. I appreciate you showing up to all my streams and minding my chat. And like keeping an eye on my chat, make sure everyone's behaving. But I don't expect you to be here every single time. It's fine. It's honestly, I don't expect everyone to be here every single time, so it's fine. I just found the F1 minifigure series today, and I got 3 out of 12 now, but they look good. Oh, the F1 stuff. That's not like, it's like a little build, isn't it? It's like a little build. It's not just the figures. It's like a little F1 build. If I recall, it looked cool. We're obviously more fans of F1 and whatnot, but I'm not really that arsed, so it doesn't bother me particularly. You're fine. It's fine, Paz. I don't mean anything by it. It just surprised me. Or was you doing that? Or was you doing that piece in reply to Martin, or in reply to me saying the fact I've known you for nearly 10 years? I don't know. It's an interesting one. I don't care what time you stream. I just know I was on the yeah. I already read that one. I read that one. I just realised I'm rereading stuff accidentally. I don't know either. It has a minifigure head and helmet. Ah, right. So it's like a head sitting in like a mini car kind of build. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of like there was like this weird racing car theme. That had like heads. With like we slammed the cars into each other, it kind of like knocks the head off. I can't remember what that one was, but I remember a theme for that. But I don't remember what it was called. And then here I find out it's something very simple. Replying to Martin, nah. You made Paz obsessed, Martin. How could you? You made her sad. You made Paz sad. Yeah, no, it's something wise. I said, I think it would. Low-key, I think it would be more convenient for me to do them earlier. I guess, as I said, on Thursdays it's more convenient for me, I think, on Thursdays to do them earlier. But on like days like Saturday and Friday, I think it's better to do them in the evening. A little bit more relaxed. And chill because it's the end of the week. So I feel people would be more. It would kind of prefer that, I think. But that's just me personally, my humble opinion. Even if it is probably wrong, but if anything, I could do one stream earlier and another stream later. So any of the US viewers, especially those in the Pacific, can can actually tune in and watch, maybe. Time zones are tricky, man. They're so tricky. Why can't I just have to be tricky? Oh. Oh yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, Saturday stream is gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to building this TIE Defender. Because I feel it's not even though it's got a lot, it hasn't got many pieces. I feel like it's gonna be big because the wings themselves are about the same size as the original TIE Interceptor, and those TIE Interceptor wings were not small. OG TIE fighters, you really can't beat them. You can't beat the OG TIE fighters. They're just classic. They are just classic. Well, you tried, Paz, but unfortunately, Martin has an effect where he is immune to teary eyes. He is immune. But you tried. You tried. It's all that matters. As I mentioned earlier, got another brick show this Sunday. More local one, which is quite nice. So gonna be keeping an eye out for older sets again. See what I can get hold of. And yeah, hopefully I can get some. Hopefully I'll be able to get some pretty good stuff from there. To be fair, I was hoping to find a TIE Defender at the last show that I went to, but obviously no such luck. I think actually it's kind of interesting because most brick shows that I've gone to, I've usually bought at least a set or two of a couple of other bits and bobs. But this one was actually probably the most tame. The last one that I went to was the most tame. I think all I ended up buying in the end was like 5 minifigures. That was it. There wasn't, as I said, there wasn't a lot of stores there. So there really wasn't a lot to kind of look around and pick around really. So interesting, but good at the same time because it saved me money. And it's also a good thing that I'm getting paid next week because I don't know how much money I'm going to end up spending at this show. So it will be interesting to see. To be very, 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 very interesting to see. Alas! What more is there we can ramble about? Any LEGO sets that any of you guys are interested in? They'll be coming out soon. Oh, Paz as well. I don't know if you saw, but they've released a lot more Animal Crossing stuff. Animal Crossing seems to just be becoming its own like actual big theme now, which is cool. And obviously sells well because they wouldn't be doing it otherwise. But they appear to be releasing more stuff, which is interesting. So, and hopefully, do pray for me, Ben. In a couple of weeks, 6 kittens will be moving into my house. Oh yeah, no, yeah, the cat that you showed me before. Blimey, that will be a fun time. 6 wee little ones. What is I've not seen? No, there's been a couple. There's I don't quite know how many, but there's been a couple of sets released. I don't know what characters. If you remind me later, Paz, I'll link them to you so you can have a look. I mean, I've already showed you that one Harry Potter set that you seem to really like the look of because of a certain figure that's in it. Me personally, I like the set because of the actual house. That still looks pretty good, so I'm hoping it's not too expensive. But no, there's not. I think for the actual June release, there's not much Star Wars stuff kind of coming out. There's a very expensive battle pack with the Night Troopers, with the Undead Stormtroopers and the Undead Death Troopers, which the figures look good, but other than that, it's a bit 5 tokens and 1 mama cat. I need a Brewster set. What, like the what, a potion brewing thing for what, like a potion brewing Harry Potter one? Because there is one that's like minifigure scale, but I don't know if you're talking about like ones like a more bigger scale. But there is a potion brewing set that I think is coming out this year. I don't know when and where. Oh my god, yes, just give me Marge. You can honestly, Baz, as I said before, you can take Marge if you want. If you want her, I'll sell that to you for a $5, even though she's probably going to be worth like God knows how much. Actually, I don't know how much it would actually be worth. It's a good point. I don't know. I don't know, but you can have her for a $5. You can have her for a $5, so take it or leave it, as they say. No, Animal Crossing, it's a coffee shop. Oh, I think there was a coffee shop one. I don't know too much. I seem to recall there being a coffee shop thing, I believe. Could be wrong on that one, but I seem to recall there being one. But we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see on that one. Not quite sure on that one, actually. Be interesting. It will be interesting. I know there's been a couple. I've seen like, I think there's like 3 or 4, and there might be more coming out as well. Big old yawn. My eyes are tired, mate. My friends. Staring at screens too much. Here's the current status. One of the kittens already will be getting adopted once they're all grown up and independent. Ah, nice. That's good. That is nice. Are you hoping to get all the cats adopted, including the mum, or are you gonna be keeping the mummy cat and another kitten? Something. Oops. That's a lot of kittens. One of my friends from a while ago, probably back when I was in school, their cat had like, I think they had like 7 kittens. It was a lot, but it was crazy having to work out all those cats. Binks the mum is staying with us. Ah, okay. Fair enough. You're officially so you're adopting Binks. It just depends on them, the kittens. No, yeah, no, definitely are. Definitely an R on that one. Look. Second. Right. That'd be nice. What's your name on the way means Eggnog the Legend. Or what, naming him after my cat on Minecraft. I mean, I'd be honoured if they ever did that. Oh my god, what? I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry, I was browsing somewhere and oh my god, they're doing a Lego set of the lamp from Pixar and the ball. Oh, is it Luxor Jr.? Is that the name of the lamp? It's actually got the ball and it's got the, oh, that's actually, oh my god, that's amazing. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's actually so cool. That's actually so cool. Oh, that's amazing. I'm getting that. That Star Wars sign is going to be a birthday present, I think. I need to get that. I was going to get it, but now I'm just kind of like, no, we'll do the... We shall save it for a birthday present. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's really cool. How in the world did they do the lamp? Me and Paz were talking about the pixel lamp earlier. Oh, really? Oh, cool. How in the world have they done the lamp? Looks like one solid piece. I know it's 2 pieces. 4 pieces? I have no idea how they've done that lamp, but that is cool. That is very, very cool. Again, I'll catch back up once I'm home. Tony, do not just leave work early. I mean, Pads, if you can get out there early, get out there early. You know, by all means. So I'll speak to you in a little bit, Pads. Take care. I'm looking forward to... Oh, sorry, what was it? I'm so hyped for the Plo Koon microfighter. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool, actually. That actually looks like a really... That actually looks like a really neat... That actually looks like a really neat little microfighter. That's definitely one I'll be getting as well. As well, I think it'll definitely be a fun one. Definitely a fun little build. And the Plo Koon figure looks great as well. Am I a little bummed that we're not getting a proper... scaled and like minifig scaled Jedi Plo Koon's Jedi fighter? A little bit, but I suppose Jedi Bob has his own fighter at the moment, so it is what it is, I think. So can't be too disappointed with that. Can't be too disappointed, ladies and gentlemen, with that one. Though I am immensely disappointed with the price of that Night Trooper Battle Pack. It's just kind of like, I saw the price and it's like, it's supposedly meant to be $19.99 again. I'm just kind of like, I remember when Battle Packs cost £6. That might sound bizarre, but that's actually how much those first Clone and Droid Battle Packs that came out. They were £6, maybe $6.99. They were cheap. They were very, very cheap. Plo Koon is also my favorite Jedi, and I have the old one. Oh really? Oh, that's cool. Gosh, that old Plo Koon figure must be worth quite a lot, because he hasn't appeared in any set. He hasn't appeared since any of the Clone Wars waves of sets. That's pretty cool. That's very, very cool. Very nice. Very, very nice. Interesting. But yeah, no, the Night Trooper stuff looks cool. I appreciate as well that the two, like, actual Night Troopers, the Stormtroopers, not the Death Troopers. I do appreciate that the prints on the torsos are actually different. They're not exactly the same. Obviously got a different helmet. But maybe I might do, maybe I'll do a video for those who don't like the big helmets, so they want to do, if they want to remove them, because you can very easily remove them, because the helmet, I mean, the helmet on them is like a very dark, it's a dark grey, and you can get a Stormtrooper helmet in dark grey from a previous battle pack. And those troopers aren't actually that expensive either, so it'll be quite easy to do. But yeah, it's there's not, I think from the June releases for the Star Wars stuff, there's not a lot. I think it's really going to be the August releases. It's going to be the interesting ones. I think there's a lot packed in. There's going to be a lot packed in there. Oh my god! And even outside of Star Wars as well, there's a Krusty Burger set that I think has been all but confirmed. If that's actually a thing, I'm definitely going to want to get that. $22 for a battle pack. Yeah, no, it's crazy. I'm not. And especially as well, the build just looks so crap. Like, they're not even trying, I feel like, with some of the builds. With the things. At least with the Mando and the Imperial Commando ones. The build kind of fits with that. I mean, the build fits with the Night Trooper one, but, like, this shit looks so goofy, dude. But as you guys, at the end of the day, again, this is building blocks. This is a building blocks toy for kids, so I can't really I'm not gonna complain too much about it because it's pointless. It is pointless and just silly to get over judgmental with those things. So it's why I buy the older stuff. Yeah, no, but that price tag for it is pretty crazy. But yeah, gosh, there's so much stuff. So much like a lot of non-Star Wars stuff. I still don't have the Spider-Man mech with the anti-venom. There's a Spider-Man mech with the anti-venom? That's pretty cool. The anti-venom one figure would be worth quite a lot, I think. Yeah, it'd be worth loads actually when I think about it. It would be quite a highly valuable figure. Oh, there's a lot of Marvels. A lot of the Marvel prices for stuff. So crazy. I think I mentioned it on the previous stream. There was like a Lego Oscorp building. I think it had like a couple of other ones. But it was like on par. The buildings were like on the level of kind of like the city theme stuff. And it just looks it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but also like it looks very basic, and it's kind of, and I saw the price, and it has lots of good figures in it as well. I saw the price. The price was like $150, and I'm just like, it's how much? Pardon? Excuse me, Marvel? Lego Marvel? Excuse me? Excuse me? Pretty crazy if I do say so myself. Pretty darn crazy. But yeah, Marvel just seemed to be going down a line of doing the most obscure prices for their sets. I mean, all we gotta look at is the X-Men Jet and that Brave New World set, the one with Red Hulk, and you can see how ridiculous the pricing is for Marvel. It's not great. Not great. It's really not great at all. It is what it is. Ah, Anti-Venom, my beloved. Yeah. No, I wasn't aware. Oh, that set came out in the sun, yeah. I was not aware of that. Fair enough. Again, I don't really... Like, Marvel's a theme that I don't really... Oh, excuse me. I don't really keep up with, so that'll be one reason why I wasn't 100% aware. But it's fine. Is what it is. There's not really many Marvel stuff that I'm really interested in. I mean, even then, when I'm interested in Marvel stuff, it's more for the actual builds and the figures. Like that Spider-Verse one. That police car is still awesome. And it's in a couple of shots of my new animation. I'm gonna definitely... As I said, I must admit, I've been a little... I have kind of lacked a little bit on some of the animation stuff that I've done. In the last week, I've been a bit... Mine's not been all there. But I'm going to get this animation done, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I want to pump it out before I go away at the end of the month. Because, surprise, surprise, I'm going away on holiday again for 11 days. So, sorry. I keep running away. I say I want to do all this stuff for my channel, and what do? I run. I run away. I run as far as I can, wanting to relax. But yeah. We'll wait and see. We shall see how it goes. But I'm hoping to get that out for then. And then when I'm back from my holiday, we are going to bust out so many animations. Because I want to do a lot. I want to do many. I want to do a lot of stuff. Got lots of plans for shorts. Even though I said I was kind of a bit meh on the whole superhero theme, I actually have got an idea for... I've got an idea based on Christopher Nolan's Batman one. A really funny short, because mainly taking audio from a clip of someone that I watched as which is a really funny skit in that. And it's kind of like, well, I can get figures. I can get the Dark Knight figures because a certain Tumblr set has them all, has all of them in it, basically. And I get the feeling they will do the same thing to the new Django as they did with the Rex Microfighter. I mean, never say never. But I don't think so. If anything, change it to your dash. You don't leave that room until you finish the animation. I'll get it done, I promise. I'll get it done. I'm aiming to try and do some stuff tomorrow night after work and Saturday night as well. I am planning... It's probably, if I'm being completely honest, the animation itself, like animating-wise, filming-wise, it's probably about... It's probably 60% done. It's probably about 60% done at the moment. So the actual animation for that it's going pretty well. It just needs to do some editing. Or I need to do a bit of voiceover as well, which I will probably record tonight. But it is progressing. I think I'm just... If they do that, you owe me $10. I mean, I didn't agree to any bets, so you can say that if you want, but I'm not gonna say yay or nay. If they do it, then whatever. But if they don't do it, then it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, no, I think the problem is with this animation is because I'm committed to animating it with my webcam, because the lighting is always really funky with it, and I'm not entirely proud, I'm not particularly happy with all the light flickering. I think that's kind of a reason why I'm just kind of like, do I really want to finish this? But yeah, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. Going to get it done. And I might even look at experimenting with other animation software so I can hopefully get my other camera back out and do stuff with it as well. But we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. And I've just realised it's 10 to 5. I have been rambling a while, ladies and gentlemen. Ramble, ramble, ramble. Okay. Man, really, even though I had food earlier, I'm really hungry for some reason. I've got munchies bad. I've got munchies very, very bad for some reason at the moment. So I think when I wrap up this stream, I think I'm going to go and have something to eat. Don't know what I'm going to eat, but I'm going to have something to eat. Definitely going to have something... What should I eat? What should I eat, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I just went on to a certain Discord, and I can see there's complete chaos. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? I swear to God, what is this thing? Stop popping up here, would you? Okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I've just posted a GIF in there. I just posted a GIF in there that basically summed up my thoughts. So it's fine. It's fine. Stuff happens. I don't tend to ask about it. But it's fine. It is fine. Oh, what am I short again? Interesting. How that stuff works. It's very, very interesting to me. The YouTube algorithm is intriguing, ladies and gentlemen. The one thing I can say for certain is the Pikachu short certainly seems to be doing well on Monday in terms of this one. Interesting. Oh my god, my body. You know how hungry I am? My body is shaking. My body is actually shaking. That's how so much munchies I'm getting right now. What the heck, man? That's crazy. I only ate like 4 hours ago. Bruh. Why do I feel so weak? Anyway, right guys, unless there's anything else people want to say, I can probably wrap it up here. I think something I'll probably do is maybe for these earlier streams. Maybe these earlier streams I'll probably save for kind of like maybe gaming kind of ones on this channel. And maybe for the chatting ones I'll do later, because I feel like more people will be around a bit later. But again, I think I will do a poll to see what people prefer. And see what people would want to do. It's not a... It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really bother me either way. I don't mind doing either or, really, to be honest. So we'll wait and see on that one, shall we? We'll wait and see. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap this up here, because if I don't, I feel like my belly is going to keep rumbling to the point you can hear it, and I don't really want that to happen. So, we shall wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching and listening to me, I suppose. I hope you enjoyed this ramble session. I thought it was quite nice. It's nothing, just kind of rambled about Lego, which was kind of quite nice. Nothing too different there, but it was fun. And I'll see you guys same. I think we'll stick to. Make sure you put in the third option on the poll saying doesn't matter to me. I know. I will. But yeah, the Saturday stream will be early again. It'll be the same time as this because I just kind of want to experiment. I'm just experimenting with it. I will simply just experiment, just wanting to experiment with it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll have fun and we'll see how it goes. And if people prefer the later ones, then we can do that. It's not a problem. But yes, in the meantime, thank you very much for your time. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you guys on Saturday afternoon, where we will build the TIE Defender. Bye-bye, everyone, and take care of yourselves.